came up all on her own. We didn't have to announce her. She's first.
Do that.
She's amazing.
And she's
I guess
right
next.
Oh, they're peeing?
They're doing a pee.
All right, wait, we're taking a pee break. Bring up the Little Mermaid again. They're peeing. Yeah, oh no. God, it's so funny.
He ate my cat.
This is not what you were expecting at all, was it? A dog battle. Boxer.
I just heard someone. Did someone say twerking corgi?
Yes. Have you ever seen the twerking corgi?
No, I haven't. Do I want to? I don't
We
want
have
to.
access to the twerking corgi.
You don't want Torgies.
You don't want to see it.
Yesterday I googled image search corgi at night and I looked through every single picture.
Yeah, why does it not surprise me?
Why corgis? Why?
Why? Because I have a corgi and he's the best. She's the best. It's a girl.
I'm about to say, do you not know what...
So were you into corgis first, and then you got her, or you got her and you're like, no, I'm a corgi person. Like, what came first, the chicken or the egg, or the corgi?
I think what came first was Cowboy Bebop.
And there it is.
Wait, I'm actually watching what?
Twerking Corgis.
Oh my gosh.
Watching Torgies.
What the heck?
No, I want you to realize J.Michael Tatum is making that face. Of all the people
Yeah, right.
to make that face.
I'm like, that is a very talented corgi. That is a very talented corgi.
Put herself in medical school.
All right, well, thank you.
All right, so guys, this is how it's going to work. You are going to ask the voice actors questions. Our lovely ambassadors are going to come around with a microphone, let you talk, and they will take the microphone back. You do not get to keep the microphone. You do not keep. And if you have multiple questions, just try to remember that there are other people. So if you get one question, you might not get asked again for a little bit of time, and then they will eventually go back to you. And then you ask your lovely questions to our lovely guests, and if they feel like answering, they will. They don't have to answer you. It's America.
And Sabat and Schemmel will be joining us.
And then they'll be joining us after they're done peeing together. I only imagine they're having like a pee battle right now. Like one's Kamehameha.
Go across the streams. Go across the streams, Ray.
Oh, Goku's back. All right. So we're going to go ahead and give these mics over to our ambassadors. We're just going to stay here just in case nothing goes wrong with the people. We're like bouncers really right now. Ambassadors. Oh, they're having mic etiquette. Oh, Sean, our friend here has a gift for you.
Oh, wow. Is it like a balloon wiener?
It's a balloon Kamehameha.
Balloon
Kamehameha.
Oh, it's a.
He's charging.
It's a balloon.
He's charging. Oh, there he goes.
I'm going to do something completely different with that. I'm going to turn it the other way. Thank you. That's wonderful. Kamehameha wiener. I love it. You know what's great about this? What's great about this, Sean, is that he's actually cosplaying you right now. Are you cosplaying me? I don't wear the glasses and a little bit. Thank you. That's what my hair looks like when it's short. So we're very similar in that vein.
So who wants to actually have somebody who's famous who has the same kind of hair as me?
Yes, I guess. That's awesome. Well, thank you for the Kamehameha wiener, and I'm going to put it to good use. I think J.Michael will probably put it to better use.
I love you.
I'm not touching your wiener. That's yours.
Hey, baby, check it out.
All right. So if you have a question for our lovely guest, go ahead and raise your hand, and our ambassador is going to come around and let you ask the question.
White jacket, I guess.
White jacket. He's had his hand up for the entire
he's like,
time.
ooh, the panel hasn't even started. I don't care, I have a question.
All right, first question, to start this off, if you would have two conversations with two of your characters, how would they go? Like, two of your characters having a conversation. Which one would you want, and how do you think it would go?
Who's the question for?
How about Crestina B?
My conversation would be between Nidoran and Cubone.
Wait, hold on. We gotta prepare for this cuteness. Go ahead.
Oh God, the cuteness.
For all of us? Oh, we all have to answer this question?
I guess.
Yes.
don't know. Scar. Everyone's like, Scar, destroy your voice. It's only Friday. I like imagining what would happen if Sebastian and Franz met, because in my head it would be something along the lines of like, oh my god, you're so sexy. Do you want to come work for me? No.
That was a very short conversation.
What's the question?
If you had two characters,
what two characters?
Pick any two characters you
that I
want to
play?
voice. Yes, and if they had a conversation, what would
I
go
got a
like?
great idea. Goku and King Kai. Yeah. Oh wait, they already do that. So it'd be like, it'd be like, I sold my car for gas money. Exactly from the show. That's exactly because I've done it, and that's my answer. Here's a thing with a cube at the bottom.
I think it'd be funny if Vegeta and Ayame met one another. Ayame from Fruits Basket, are you guys familiar with that? Yeah! You're like, oh, hi! I'll destroy you. And I wish I could do more stuff today, but I have no voice right now at all.
Y'all be nice to Chris. He's not feeling well.
I ain't feeling so good.
He ain't feeling so good.
No, thank you. It's all good.
Next question. Ambassadors behind, in the back. Why are you getting in the way?
Excuse me, how did you ever get started as a voice actor? So, like for example, Sean, how did you ever, the first time you ever auditioned for Goku, while Chris Sabat ever auditioned for Vegeta?
I'm sorry. Why is this mic off now?
I don't know.
Chris did that. No. I'm sorry. I didn't quite understand the question. I'm sorry.
How did you get your start in voice?
How did I get my start? You said something about Vegeta also. I don't know.
How did you go for him for Vegeta? It was both of you. She was just using an example.
Oh, so how did I get my start?
Yeah, like when you went to audition for Goku and stuff like that.
Well, I was not a voice actor at the time. I'll do the short version. I was a professional musician. There's an open casting call for Dragon Ball Z, and Chris was actually on staff at Funimation at the time. I called his number, which he still has to this day, and set up an audition, and we were required to mimic the Canadian cast. And I went in and did my best to mimic multiple characters, and I was cast as Goku. And that's the short version. So that's pretty much how it started. That was my first audition, Dragon Ball Z.
History was made that day.
Did you, Sean should mention that he was a little upset at the casting.
Oh, yeah, I called Chris about 10 times. Because this is something you should not do if you're interested in being a professional voice actor. Do not call the producers 10 times within 2 weeks of the audition. And the conference call went something like this. Hey, this is Sean Schemmel. I was just calling. I just want to see if I got a part on the thing. And just call me back, right? And I did that a bunch of times. And finally I got a hold of Chris. He's like, oh, yeah, hey, Sean, how's it going? And I was like, hey, Chris, I was wondering, what part did I get? Oh, yeah, you're going to play Goku. And I said, are you sure? Because I really felt like I nailed that Ginyu audition. Like, I really want to be Captain Ginyu. No, trust me, you're gonna be really happy playing Goku. Trust me, it's a good part. I'm like, yeah, but are you sure? No, just show up, come to work. It'll be great. It's going to be awesome. And I'm like, okay. And then I get to work, and there's pictures of Goku everywhere, and I'm kind of going, this might be... It wasn't until halfway through the first session where I was trying to really... I don't know what precipitated you saying this, but you got on the talkback and you're like, Sean, you do understand you're the lead character on this show, right? You get that, right? And I went, oh, really? Oh, that's awesome. It was like, I was so Goku-y at the time, naturally, I think. I was really clueless as to how anything works. I'm still a little clueless, I guess, but yeah, that's the longer version of that story. Thank you, Chris, for reminding me of that. And Chris, you want the same question for Chris, right? How he got started? Yeah, same.
It's gonna get passed around the table.
Look, Sean. Hey, careful.
Be careful now. Oh, there's a hair on it.
It's just short, black, and a little curly. Yeah.
Oh my God!
Welcome to the holiday convention.
I was going to school at the University of North Texas, and I was studying radio, television, film. And a friend of mine, who was one of the 3 employees at Funimation at the time, because it was a tiny little company, her job was to like take rotoscope panties out of shots and like turn beer into Kool-Aid and stuff like that. Her job was like to paint these things in so it could go on public television, and which Dragon Ball at the time was running at 5 o'clock in the morning, and nobody was watching except for really, really, really old people. Actually, like the 60 plus, like lots of people watch that because they're the only people up at 5 o'clock in the morning. Anyway. So I got this call from her one day. She goes, "Hey, we're working on this Japanese show." I'm like, "Oh yeah, the one you take the pants out of. I want to see all that footage." She goes, "No, I mean, we're having auditions. You should come out and audition for that." And so I did, and I got the part of Yamcha and Igor in this thing called Sleeping Princess and Devil's Castle. It was an old movie, and he has that movie. Actually, if you want to watch it, ask him for it. He has the one remaining VHS copy of that movie, and at the time, Funimation had all of its equipment like the weirdest way plugged together. It was just a bunch of people in this crappy office, and like they had a toaster plugged into a microwave, which is plugged into like a cassette recorder. And then it was just sounded terrible. It was really crappy, but I guess we made it through it. And when it was all done, they said, "Hey, this was sort of a test to see if we could do it." I'm like, "Did we pass?" They said, "Yeah, we kind of did. So we want to bring the cast down from." Not recorded in Canada anymore because we hate Canadians, and so we want to replace them with good old-fashioned Americans. And would you be interested in joining the cast? Like, would you be interested in helping cast and direct the show? And I said, let me think. I'm working at a company servicing out of warranty computer parts. No. I did when I was in college. I worked for Sally Beauty Supply. I worked at their corporate office, like in their call center. So it was probably one of the most challenging jobs I've ever had. Because imagine they had computers instead of cash registers, so they would call and go like, "Hey, my computer's totally broke." Over the phone, some 16-year-old beauty school dropout had to remove a hard drive and put a new one in. It took 6 hours. It took forever. But it was a fun job, and we'd get really weird phone calls. But I'm going to go on. Just stop me because I'm rambling.
Tangent.
That's the end.
Next question. Up here. Questions up here. Questions
Balloon
up here.
guy.
Mr. Balloon Guy. Balloon Guy.
Well, hello, everybody. I just wanted to know, yes, and there's people who do that all the time with my balloons. All the time, constantly. Yep, willingly, just like that.
Can you?
But anyways, what I was wondering is, out of all the different characters that you have played, do you guys each have a particular favorite? And if so, I'm wondering, are you guys able to have a conversation with each other as those favorite characters?
Except for Chris, because Chris has the bad. He's not feeling well.
For him,
I feel like that's the longest
I can give him a cop drop if he needs it.
That's like the longest way anybody's ever asked me, "What's your favorite character?" That was great. If you have a favorite, I love you really clearly.
Yes.
I'm not going to answer that one first, though. I'm going to let you guys go first. I just wanted to say that. You're like,
My favorite character that I voiced is Noelle Vermillion from Blaze. Thank you.
Wow, she's really happy that you said that.
From Blaze Blue because she was one of the first she was actually, I think, the first video game character I voiced, and it just kept coming back. So I've gotten really familiar with the character and all her different clones and stuff. And you wanted a conversation? Hi, Noelle Vermillion. Thank you for letting me voice you. You're welcome, Crestina V.
I think what he meant was, after you all say what your characters are, you have to have a conversation between you guys.
oh, that's not awkward at all. No, that doesn't make me feel like a monkey. Dance, monkey, dance!
I have. It's hard for me to pick a favorite because I'm a little psychopathic, and so I get really attached to the characters I've played. It's kind of weird, and they don't quite ever leave my head. They're all still in there, kind of fighting. It's like a really big Thanksgiving dinner in my head. All my characters shouting over each other for the cranberry sauce or something. But if I had to pick a favorite, like at gunpoint. And I'm going to do this, and like all 18 other characters are going to be in my hotel room in my head tonight going, "You're a bastard and we hate you." But there's the one that I had the most interesting experience recording, and I guess the most life-changing. It sounds hokey, but it really is. Was Okabe from Steins Gate. which is probably, I think, one of the most amazing shows I've ever gotten to work on. That was a weird relationship, though, to that character, because not only, I felt he was a lot like me to begin with, and I wrote the adaptive scripts along with Patrick Seitz, and I was really drawn to writing the adaptations because I felt I knew the character, and then when I, when I auditioned and got the part, I was like, oh crap, now I have to play him. So it's weird playing a character that you think is already a lot like you, but not, and so it was really strange. I learned a lot about myself while recording that, and I couldn't get away from him for 4 months because I was in the booth 8 hours a day and then at home writing a script for 5 every day, 5-6 days a week often. So there was never any time to get away from him. So it was very hard to not be Okabe for a long time after that was over. So he's my favorite. I don't really have a choice. But yeah.
Yes, sorry.
Sorry.
I was just thinking about. That's completely different than how I imagine what goes on in your head. I always imagine that there's some kind of my J.Michael Tatum impression is. There's some appraisal of what flavor of coffee you're having, or what color you would like to pick the sheets, or some kind of erudite things that's one corner of your brain.
That's the voice at the head of the table.
Or which version of Rachmaninoff piano concerto you like best?
It's the one at the head of the table trying to clink the wine glass to get everyone's attention.
Yes, that guy.
That voice is in there, but it doesn't have much of a say.
That was the voice I did this morning. Sean came to deliver me some tea. Sean came to deliver me some tea to my room. His beautiful, amazing, awesome girlfriend brought a ton of different teas.
Yes.
But I knew Sean was on the way down. He said, I'll be done in 15 minutes. And in that amount of time, I got in room service. And my room, for whatever reason, these people are really, really generous to us. They put it, I'm assuming all of you have the same room, but I have a conference table in my room. It's like
upholstered chair.
Yeah. And so I knew Sean was on the way down, so I set up all my food perfectly on the table and just set the table, and then put the tissue box way on the other end of the table. And Sean goes, Chris, you in there? I go, come in, Sean. Have a seat. Would you care for a tissue?
And videotaping it. So I go, no, do that again. And then I videotaped him performing as some Dr. Evil guy, and I showed up and I'm James Bond or something.
Then I made up some whimsical story about that I was eating white balsamic vinegar dressing, and how ironic that was. The balsamic vinegar comes from the sound of balsam, and yet it was a slave community, and yet this is white balsamic, whatever. It was some stupid, how extremely wealthy people, when they do that and they sit you at the end of the table, they have some cool whimsical story that somehow applies to whatever you're about to talk about. I'm sorry, I totally interrupted.
Man, I just love it because Mucinex makes you act like me. I love it. It's like that's and then I'm like, wow, I'm pretty annoying. It's not annoying when you do it. I don't remember what the question was. Something about a favorite character and then acting like him. I get that question asked and people assume it's Goku. It's actually not my favorite character to play because he has basically 3 emotions: angry, happy, and hungry. That's pretty much it. It's not a deep character to play. King Kai's more fun, and other characters I've done in anime I enjoy more, like on Sakamaru or Rio or in Shaman King, or there are other characters. But as far as a favorite one goes, I just don't. I can't. I have characters I hate playing. I don't have a favorite character, but I know there are characters I don't want to play. I'm trying to think if there was a F-Zero announcer I had to do that I hated doing because they made me do this ridiculous voice that was really hard to do and extremely annoying even to me. And when you're making the sound out of your mouth that is annoying to you, it's in your head and vibrating in your head versus sitting next to someone who's annoying you, which is 10% less annoying or whatever. So that's my answer, Chris.
Piccolo. Actually, no. I think Vegeta is probably my favorite character, but I said Piccolo because if I'm going to have a conversation with him, I'd rather talk as Piccolo today. So there you go. No, Vegeta, he's probably been my favorite character only because I've played him more than any other character. I think it's kind of what you described. 15 years I've been messing around with that character and every single iteration of him, and that character completely, and Sean would agree with me on this, that role has changed my life.
Goku's in a separate place than anything else.
But I completely agree with Sean about why he wouldn't like Goku, because I'm not a huge Goku fan either. Like, I think he is a weird character. Sean does a really good job of playing with him. Playing. He's an X. Anyway. But Piccolo's going to be fun to do in a conversation.
I just love how Goku. I love how Goku's like the shit is hitting the fan, and Goku like acts like he is. It's almost like he, you know, is a sociopath in some way and does not understand that people are suffering. It's like, we're all telling you because that's okay. I'm back. Gotta leave. And like everybody's crying. I'm like, are you just a total asshole? Like, are you not? Do you not understand the gravity of the situation? I mean, you know, on a deeper layer, he understands that the real gravity is everyone's gonna die, so he's thinking about other things. But still, on the surface, it always looks like he just is completely socially, you know, unclued. And by the way, I love J.Michael Tatum's scripts for Goku. Especially when he starts sticking in 4-syllable words, and I'm like, Goku does not use 4-syllable words, but other than that, his scripts are absolutely fantastic. Because I feel like the J.Michael is sweeping it, and he's going to use the superfluous in a sentence. Or something.
At least one can get away with that in every anime.
Yes, but not, yeah, but mine can't. No, he doesn't say superfluous or whatever, which you never use that word, but something, that's the word that came to mind. But anyway, I'm done with that.
Next question. Up here. Up to the front.
Oh my
We have plenty of time for both questions. It doesn't matter. Whichever.
How are you guys today?
How are we yesterday?
How are you today?
You having a good day?
Yeah.
We're about to say, we know Chris is in.
Chris is like meh.
I was wondering where you got the clothes that you're wearing right now.
The hoodie I got?
All of your clothes. Just where did you
my
get them?
clothes? This Beatles, which is the most comfortable. I'm not a hoodie wearer, but my girlfriend is, and she has lots of hoodies, and she gave me this, and it actually fits because somehow she got one that was too big. And well, she's very little, so she's not, you know, I don't know how it fits, but I got this for my girlfriend. I got the pants on sale, which are torn at Macy's. I got the shirt at the place that says "Lucky You" when you unzip your pants. The Lucky brand store. And I got the shoes, are Lacoste shoes I got of Zappos. And my girlfriend bought me these. She has a massive sock collection, and I borrowed her socks one day, and I was like striped socks, all kinds of themed socks, and I said, so let me borrow some socks. And I was like, will you buy me some socks like that? So she bought me some men's socks that are very colorful and comfortable, and I'm very excited about them. And my underwear, I think I also got from the Lucky brand store. And,
this is very intricate.
And my glasses I got from, these are Oliver Peoples. That's
Learn more at www.whatisseanwear.
Sean Ware.
More glasses.
Next question.
Thank you. What do you want for Christmas?
what do we want for Christmas?
Oh, yeah. Wait.
What do you all want for Christmas?
Yeah.
Who goes first?
What do we want for Christmas?
Yes.
Crestina, what do you want for Christmas?
Corgi. That would be great. Another corgi would be awesome.
A twerking corgi.
But
Twergy.
you know, I'm very simple. All I want is an iPhone and maybe a new iMac. So
Yeah, real simple.
We have iPhones over here.
I have
Maybe a new MyMac.
Sorry, that karma just got me.
Interrupt and drop the mic. Oh, crap.
I want to spend Christmas with the man I love, and I get to, so yay.
Yay! I won't be around for Christmas, J.Michael. I'm sorry. Oh, no!
I love you, but I don't love you.
It's like a horrible high school thing. I love you, but I don't love you.
Friend zone.
I'm okay with that. I don't really have any. Maybe, you know, I guess maybe a PS4 or something. That'd be awesome.
That'd be pretty cool, baby.
I wonder.
I know, I
saw it as well.
What do you want, Chris?
I am impossible to shop for, FYI.
He
'cause,
has everything.
it's not that I have everything, I just have everything that's cool. So there's nothing left for people. But I did send, like, my wife's family are very specific. You have to send out lists. Like, you have to send a Christmas list. So I sent, like, I had to send out links because if I just told them what I wanted, they would have no clue what it is that I wanted. I think the thing that I'm actually just most interested in this year is a proper meat thermometer. That's it.
I would be okay with that.
Yeah. You're welcome.
Okay, I have to hijack because Greg gave me specific instructions. I was to ask you, what was your favorite Christmas gift as a child, and what was your least favorite Christmas gift as a child? Clothes.
Oh, I got a good one for that.
Wow, Sean's like, no, me first. Yeah, what?
No, you're going. Who's going? Someone was going. Weren't you going?
No, I was just saying, go ahead.
Okay, I'm gonna go. I love this. Okay, so when I was a kid, for some reason, my grandpa, I don't know if it was because he was drinking or what, and he wasn't like he just drank a lot. He wasn't like abusive or anything. He was actually a really lovable drunk, and he's deceased, so I can say this. Yo, I gotta give a shout. Oh, okay, so my grandpa, for some reason, thought that giving a child a pocket watch and a flashlight who was like 6 or 7, I'm like, what am I gonna be? You need to tell the time in a cave? Like, I didn't understand. I wanted toys. I didn't want a fucking pocket watch and a flashlight when I was 6 years old or 5. I was little. Like, what am I doing with a pocket watch and a flashlight? I did not. My grandpa would buy these gifts that were like for grandpas. Like, that's what you buy your grandpa buddies: pocket watches and flashlights, or Swiss Army knives, which I did not appreciate till much later. And then my favorite gift, one of my favorite gifts was I got the first TCR Total Control Racing set and one of the first LED, like the LED watches in this 1977. It was like and you had to push the button to tell the time, but you had to push that button really hard, and it was like a pain in my ass. But I love that watch, and I love that race car set because it didn't have slots. You could change lanes with inertia. It was cool. I love that system. That was my favorite. But pocket watches, flashlights, no.
He does not like pocket watches.
Well, I do now, but not when I was 6. I was like, what am I doing with this? And I got a flashlight.
When I was a kid, well, I guess I still do love dinosaurs.
They don't exist anymore. You can't have one.
Curse your sudden but inevitable betrayal.
But one time, they bought us huge, big inflatable dinosaur things, and there was a T-Rex, and there was the one with the thing. The thing that goes like this and like a little horn. Triceratops.
Yeah.
And my least favorite present, I was being a brat, like when I was maybe 5 years old, and so Santa took away my favorite toy, and I never got him back. Hate you, Santa.
Santa stole from you?
Stole my Tito from Oliver and Company.
That's some weird parenting.
Your first corgi?
Chihuahua, I know.
Mom, I know I wasn't Santa. I'm a grown woman. Where's my toy? They're like, oh, you know what? It just kind of disappeared one day and never saw it again.
We took it away from you and then lost it.
Yeah.
So that'll teach you not to be a little brat.
One day you're gonna come across a homeless person that has it, and you're gonna end up getting into a huge fight with them on the street.
The same one? The exact same one? Used to owned by Crestina?
No. A different one. But I found it on eBay this year, actually, and I bought it. And
Now it's in the trunk of my car, loved.
Then you showed it to your parents and said, ha! Look what I got!
I shouldn't have. That's what I did.
In your face.
This Christmas, that's what I'm gonna wrap. For them.
Oh, I'm sorry. That was my gift. How did it end up under your tree?
Well, then you should steal it from them.
Sorry, you can't have it.
Yeah. Oh, yay! Merry Christmas. And now I'm playing Santa. I think the worst gift I ever had was I had a great grandfather that lived to be almost 100 years old, and he was the kind of guy that would literally just give you whatever he found in the impulse aisle at Walmart. And so one time for Christmas, and we dreaded going over to visit him on Christmas because you had to act like you enjoyed this stuff, but he gave all of us the exact same thing. Male and female alike. He gave us all male grooming kits, it was like a little leather pouch with here's a nail file and nail clippers, a little bit of Old Spice in there. And it was just like, yeah, right. It's like, yeah, clean yourselves up. That was. I'm like,
you're a slob, J.Michael.
Right. And he used to call me. It was J.Michael. He called me. Yes, he called me J.Michael.
I got it right.
But no, the best gift I ever had. Oh, that's a tough one. But I think the one I think of instantly was I was really into Thundercats when I was a kid.
Yes!
Crazy about Thundercats. That was my thing. I had all the toys. I watched all of it. I was obsessed. Huh?
Thunder Tank?
Is that one of the toys? Then I You don't scare me. You don't scare me. This scare me a little bit. No, so Thundercats was the big thing, and the only thing I needed to complete my collection was Mumra's tomb, right? Remember that? The playset? And it was the only way you could get the action figure of him, of Mumra in his mummified form, because they didn't sell it separately at the time. And I was like, I must have this, I must have this. And my parents, or Santa Claus, maybe it was Santa, they used to, it was really cool, like we'd wake up in the morning, my brother and I, and all our toys would be out ready to play with, like the play sets would be set up and the action figures would be in them. So it was really cool. And I woke up one morning, and how morbid am I? To be like, oh my god, I got a tomb!
I got a mummy!
And there's a mummy in it. Yes! That was the best Christmas ever!
Do you remember the episode of Thundercats where Lionel says, the guy's doing like all this illusions and shit, and Lionel kept saying over and over in the episode, it was so annoying to me, he goes, he's making me see what's really not there. And he said it over and over like that. And I would watch, I was like 18, and we're like, no shit, Lionel, you said like 10 minutes ago, we know he's making you see what's not really not there. Why are you telling us over and over? He's like by himself, over and over saying, see, spell it out, Lionel. Really? Am I that stupid? That was like really funny. Do you remember that episode? It was like, he's making me see what's really not there. I don't know. It's annoying to me. But I love the show.
The episode where there was this big bacteria monster that this renegade warrior, that this female warrior came from another planet. It was Earth, and she had to fight it with a ray gun that was filled with soap.
That's kind of
seriously
subliminal.
No, do you remember that?
No, I do not. I do not.
Wash
awesome.
children.
And what was your favorite gift, Chris?
I didn't have any least favorite toys because I was a grateful child. No, my mother used to go absolutely bonkers for Christmas. Like, Christmas was like a big deal to her, which is ironic because my wife just is not into Christmas at all. Like, she doesn't, like, just isn't into it. It's just strange. But she, my mother would go so far to make it appear as if we got tons of gifts. Like, you get to certain ones and they were just packages of socks and stuff like that. You know, they just kind of supplement the look of the, like, you got a billion presents and like, come on, Mom. I do remember the year when I had told Santa, but not my parents, that the only thing I wanted one year was the Mighty Men and Monster Maker. It was this dude, he has that.
He has the last VHS copy. Wait a second.
Back before there were computers, we had these things called crayons, and they had these consumer grade synthesizer, and you really could do actual synthesis on it, and I was a huge nerd for sound way back then, and I loved it. I still have that keyboard to this day. My parents didn't take it from me. That is the weirdest thing.
My parents gave my big wheel to the refugees, the Vietnamese refugees, because my dad's a minister, and we had refugees staying in our house, and I didn't understand the concept of refugees, so I'm like, why are you giving my shit away? Not understanding these were people who were escaping, a horrible existence, and I'm like, took my fucking big wheel. Like, I was really mad about it for like decades, and for years. They need a big wheel.
More than a big wheel.
Well, that was like, their kids needed toys. Somebody's like, well, my son's got some toys. I'm like, that's my big wheel. And, well, it's kind of broken. Look, it's my big wheel. But now I'm glad he did, but at the time I was really angry when you have a preacher.
All right, guys, this is going to conclude the Q&A with the guests. Go ahead and give it up for our voice actors. And they will be around all weekend, so go ahead and stop, say hi. 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 Except for back rubs. Apparently there are back rubs.